don't mind the noise to my right or the cat at my feet. It's hot as shit and he can't stay out of frame. But this is the Indie News, week 159.
Yeah.
We have no upcoming shows this week.
So this is gonna be like a half size.
Yeah, so we're just gonna blaze through it real quick. We got lots of stuff to talk about. We're even gonna talk about the House of Hardcore shows that we didn't have results for last week.
Yeah, ironically though, we don't have the results for the House of Hardcore shows this week.
So those will probably be our only results next week, just to kind of even out the video.
Yeah,
so,
potentially. So we're gonna go with last week for House of Hardcore 28 and 29, both in the Australia region of the world.
Staying in Australia.
Yeah. We had Colt Cabana defeat Hunter P.S. Hayes. Madison Eagles defeat Shaza McKenzie. Carlito defeated Ryan Nemeth. The Spirit Squad defeated Bull James and Caveman Ugg.
Quite the name.
Robbie Eagles defeated Andy Phoenix and Jack Bonza in a three-way match. Swaggy Jackson defeated Muhammad Ali Vai. MVP defeated Matt Cross. And the Young Bucks defeated the Old Bucks, a.k.a. Billy Gunn and Tommy Dreamer. I just really hope that, like, Billy Gunn and Tommy Dreamer borrowed gear from the Young Bucks and tried to fit into it.
Actually, if you check out Being the Elite, the video Ass Man, which is from this tour, fantastic, because they immediately start like ragging on Billy Gunn by singing his theme song, and then they get in cuts Colt Cabana to like fully sing it.
Oh, nice.
It's fantastic.
And then House of Hardcore 29 in Perth. Colt Cabana defeated Chris Weiss. They had Aaron O'Malley, Damian Slater, and Gavin McGavin defeat Andrew Carter, Craven, and Logan Gray.
All right.
Mark Silva defeated Ryan Nemeth. Billy Gunn defeated Muhammad Ali Vai. Bull James defeated Carlito and Tommy Dreamer in a three-way match. M-Dog Matt Cross defeated Andy Phoenix. MVP defeated Swaggy Jackson. And the Bucks defeated the Squad again.
Go figure.
And then on Thursday, this past week, on the 22nd, we had Attack Pro and Dragon Pro present Club 100 Thursday Night Throws. Because they threw on Thursday.
That's appropriate.
In the night.
Yeah.
Danny Jones defeated Reg. The Brothers of Obstruction defeated the Alaskan Bush Brothers. Hashtag CCK, Elijah, and Santos Jr. defeated Brendan White, Jeff Ramses, Oliver Sutton, and Sierra Loxton in 8-person tag match.
That's the number.
Kyle Fletcher defeated Mark Davis. Chief Deputy Dunn defeated Man Like Bino.
Is it Bino or is it Man Like Bino? Because we've had.
Is he saying Bino? Is he saying that man like Bino's man like,
or that the man likes Bino?
Yeah.
And he just can't talk right. Let us know in the comments if you know.
Yeah, and then in the main event, Bolorama defeated Bird and Boar to become the new #1 contenders for the tag titles.
Which I believe CCK are the tag team champions currently?
I don't remember.
I think that's who's champions.
Over to you
Hey!
for a double dose of Raw.
Or Ring of Honor. Where on the 23rd in Lowell, Massachusetts, we had Best in the World.
Where we decided who the world's best was.
In a manner of speaking. I didn't get a chance to see it, so I don't know a lot of details from it, but here are the results. We had Ultimo Guerrero and El Terrible defeat the Kingdom. Kazarian defeated Hangman Page in the strap match. Search and Destroy made the Rebellion break up in 8-man tag team action. Jay Lethal defeated Silas Young. Dalton Castle and the Boys defeated Bully Ray and the Briscoes for the ROH 6-man tag team titles. Kushida retained the TV title against Marty Scurll. War Machine versus the Young Bucks didn't actually happen. Because the Best Friends decided they wanted to add themselves to the match, make it a triple threat. Hell ensued, and no match actually happened. It actually ended with War Machine holding the Best Friends while the Bucks did dual Meltzer drivers. So it didn't end well for the Best Friends, but I can imagine we'll see some iteration of the three teams facing each other somewhere in the near future.
Yeah.
And then in the main event, the Fallen Angel defended his Ring of Honor World Championship of the world and lost to the American Nightmare, who is now the new Ring of Honor champion. That is Cody.
Last name redacted.
Yes. So, congratulations to the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
The
Congratulations, Cody.
Bucks technically retained. Cody won the championship. Marty didn't get his TV title back, but he's had that for a while.
They're teasing that they might be starting to sell Bullet Club umbrellas on Pro Wrestling Tees.
They are, actually.
Are they really?
Yes. They are indeed selling Bullet Club umbrellas.
There
is a limited... There's a limited amount. I think you only made like 250. And they're... I can't quite remember how much they are. They're expensive. Way too much for me to buy an umbrella. So I'm not going to do it. But you should.
If they're left.
If that's your thing.
If there's any that exist still.
Exactly.
They
But then we have Ring of Honor Television, which happened on Saturday night and Sunday morning-ish. Or Wednesday if you watch it on Comment. Jonathan Gresham defeated Flip Gordon with the Octopus. Fantastic match. Flip Gordon is amazing.
Flip Gordon is a fantastic fucking talent.
He had such great chemistry with Jonathan Gresham. Alex Shelley was on commentary, got in after the match, and him and Jonathan Gresham just had nothing but great things to say about Flip Gordon, saying, "Hey, you know what? You're definitely the future of this business. So congratulations, keep up the good work, fantastic." Josh Woods, the winner of the Top Prospect Tournament, realizes that the current television champion does live in Japan, so his guaranteed TV title shot is gonna be a little ways down the line since it's not very often that Kushida comes over here. So he decided to call out Jay Briscoe. Good luck with that. Silas Young defeated Bobby Fish. This was a hard-hitting match. This is, months of them just...
Battle who has the best facial hair?
I would give it to Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
I mean, Silas does have like that macho stash going on, but Fish has got like that full well-groomed, he could probably win a competition with that mustache and beard things going on.
So you're saying Fish is
Fish is finessed.
Fish has got a suaveness.
Yeah.
To it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the referee just kind of let them do whatever they needed to do because it's just been full of frustration.
He was just standing in awe of the facial hair between both men.
Absolutely.
It might have been the manliest match he's ever reffed.
Maybe. But eventually they had a battle through the turnbuckle, on either side, out on the apron. Fish had Silas bent in and hung and was kicking him in the chest. And eventually Silas grabbed Fish and pulled him chest first into the buckles on the outside and eventually hit Misery on the inside and defeated Bobby Fish.
Speaking of through the turnbuckles, remind me to show you a picture after we finish this.
Alrighty then. And then in our main event, due to the interference back at the last pay-per-view, not Best in the World, that was War of the Worlds, Jay White took on Punishment Martinez in the main event and defeated Punishment Martinez with a quick roll-through pin. It was kind of like Kofi Kingston's SOS, but it wasn't flippy. It was just kind of somersaulty. And then, it didn't end
so
well.
it's the second time he's beaten Punishment Martinez down.
In a very quick manner. He keeps getting these quick wins. I think the last one was a crucifix pin or something. Weird.
You gotta go fast when you're fighting Martinez.
True. But it didn't end well for Jay White because he got the last ride powerbomb through the timekeeper's table.
Oh.
And next week we'll have a four-way survival match between Beer City Bruiser, Chris Sabin, Kenny King, and Mark Briscoe.
That's a random foursome.
Yes, it is. But that is it for Ring of Honor. Back to you for more results.
Yeah, on Saturday the 24th, we had Evolve 86 and Beyond Wrestling's Go With The Flow, both from Melrose, Massachusetts.
Same
the same building.
Different times.
Yeah, a couple hours apart. Despite the fact that Beyond went first, I'm going to start with Evolve, just to break up Evolve a little bit. I don't want
Do
to
it.
double block them so hard.
Do it!
So Timothy Thatcher defeated Austin Theory. ACH defeated Chris Dickinson. Thomas Sharp defeated Nick Camaroto.
That's quite the name.
Fred Yehi defeated Jaka. Hot Sauce Tracy Williams defeated Jason Kincaid. Keith Lee defeated Ethan Page. And in the main event, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Matt Riddle.
That was champion versus champion with no belts on the line.
Yeah. So the Evolve Champion beat WWE Live Champion.
Evolve better than WWN Live. Greater than.
And then beyond Go With The Flow, this was a big card.
Yeah. it was.
Gentlemen's Club defeated the American Destroyers. Joey Janela defeated Chuck O'Neal. Shayna Baszler defeated Penelope Ford. Massage NV defeated the Hit Squad. Wheeler Yuta defeated Maxwell Jacob Friedman. EYFBO defeated the Carnies. Tabernacle Team defeated Ryan Gallione and Rex Lawless. Ace Romero defeated JT Dunn. AR Fox defeated Brendan Watts. The Doom Patrol defeated the Beaver Boys. And Matt Riddle defeated Keith Lee. Riddle and Keith being the only double goers for the night. Well, I guess no, Doom Patrol as well.
Yeah.
But they did singles matches
Singles
first.
action and then a tag team match.
And then on Sunday, we had Evolve 87
Indeed.
from Woodside, New York, where Tracy Williams defeated ACH. I want to see that match.
Hell yeah.
Timothy Thatcher defeated Kincaid. Fred Yehi defeated Chris Dickinson. Zack Sabre Jr. successfully defended the Evolve Championship from Jaka. Ethan Page defeated Thomas Sharp. Trent Beretta defeated Austin Theory. I'm not used to calling his last name.
Yeah.
I'm used to
It's not very
question mark.
often that he's listed as Trent Beretta.
Yeah. And Matt Riddle also successfully defended the WWN Live Championship against Keith Lee.
Alrighty then.
That man is limitless, though.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that apparently Matt Riddle took him to the limit.
Yes. So, as we said before, we don't have House of Hardcore 30 or 31 results, so we will have those next week, preferably, for our only results next week.
There's going to be a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Upcoming
upcoming shows next week. So, prepare for that. But for now, we've got, one quick news story?
It's like a two-parter, but it's, not...
Yeah.
I hate ending the video
It's been a sad week for indie wrestling.
Yeah. On Monday the 19th, Tuesday the 20th, sometime in the late night, early morning hours, Christopher Bryan, aka Chandler Biggins, who was one of the co-owners of Absolute Intense Wrestling, passed away. He went in for emergency surgery due to complications with a bacterial infection that he had been fighting for a few months.
Yeah.
If you go back on the AIW posts on Twitter for a while, the other co-owner of AIW had been giving periodic health updates on Chandler Biggins, who hadn't been quite as prominent in AIW because of the health issues. It hit hard for a lot of the past and present talent for AIW.
Yeah, no, seeing people like Kevin Owens, Cassius Ohno,
Tim Donst,
like
Cobalt.
people who have gone through AIW, past and present, were hit extremely hard because he was relatively one of the nicest guys that anyone had ever met.
Yeah, it's not a super common thing to hear that a wrestling promoter or a wrestling company owner is a genuinely kind-hearted person.
Yeah.
Which I think that makes it that much harder to swallow than.
Yeah, when he's not like when you have a boss that's pretty much like a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like they didn't view him as a boss. They had respect for him in that position, but he was a genuine friend to everyone that wrestled with AIW.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he was only 34 years old.
That is terrifying because that's only a couple years older than us.
Yeah. And then more recently on Friday the 23rd, while having back surgery, Tetsuo Sekigawa, better known to the Japanese wrestling world as Mr. Pogo, passed away. His blood pressure dropped while he was having surgery and had a cerebral infarction, which is essentially when part of your brain becomes necrotic and dies, and he wasn't able to be resuscitated. He was 66, so I mean, and obviously he's having surgery because of wrestling taking such a big toll on his body. He technically officially retired in 1996 after wrestling in New Japan, coming over to the States and wrestling for the NWA, and wrestling up for Stampede Wrestling in Calgary. He went back to Japan in 1996. He retired, but came back shortly during 1997, and that's when he became really big involved in deathmatch wrestling for like Frontier Martial Arts, Wing, and Big Japan Pro Wrestling. Most recently, being a free agent over the last few years, just going wherever, respected guy as far as that sort of style of wrestling is concerned, the deathmatch stuff. I mean, if you could put his name up on YouTube and you can see him fighting everyone in between Necro Butcher and Sabu and the original Sheik, but also like, when he was in Stampede Wrestling before becoming Mr. Pogo, I think he was just going by his name, won the Calgary Stampede Tag Championships with Dynamite Kid.
Wow.
So I mean, he was a accomplished amateur wrestler before becoming a wrestler. So like during the days prior to his deathmatch style becoming prevalent, he was considered a really good professional wrestler as well.
So he's well versed as far as wrestling is concerned. Well, I mean, there's not a whole lot we can say as far as we give our condolences to their friends, their families. The entire AIW roster was present for Biggin's funeral over the week. Anyone who's ever wrestled for or against Mr. Pogo, I'm sure that community was hit pretty hard. Losing him as well.
A lot of guys in Big Japan, Michinoku Pro.
So, our condolences to everyone involved, everyone who was affected by these tragedies from us here at the Wrestling Rundown. But for now, guys, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click the links down in the description and send to all of our social medias.
There's a lot of those links, but the ones above are the ones that are way more important.
Exactly, because they are links to websites for all the people that we just got done talking about, and a bunch of people we'll talk about next week.
Yeah, we're talking like AIW or AIWrestling.com.
ROHWrestling.com.
ChicagoPro.com.
And many more, but we want to add more based on your suggestion.
Yeah.
So if you want to be like Jamie and or Boy, be sure to use any of the social medias down below, including our email, our Twitters, our Facebook, any way you can get a hold of us. Send us links to your favorite and or local promotion using websites, YouTube pages, Facebook pages, anywhere that we can get a little bit of information on what they're doing, what they got going on, and preferably upcoming shows, and within 24 hours, results of those shows.
Yeah, super duper extra brownie points if whatever links you give us have those.
Yeah.
Because
House of Hardcore.
Obviously, that's what we talk about the most on Indie News.
Exactly. So, if we like what your promotion has to offer, and we can get those upcoming shows and results right away, we will not only continue to talk about them on a regular basis, but we'll give you a shout out for bringing them to our attention. Also, be sure to check out the podcast, where I think that's all you're going to get this week is podcast videos. We don't have anything special happening this week. Next week there'll be a top 5.
Yeah, and I think predictions for
Great
Balls of
Fire. Is that next week?
Maybe.
You might get predictions next week, but not this week.
We're having a hard time keeping track because they have so many goddamn pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for SummerSlam at this point, which is months away still. But yeah, so also check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's Reasonable to W.
Like Wrestling, where we have a bunch of extra videos, pay-per-view punishments. We have Fantasy Warfare, the Hawktail Hour, What Colt's Wondering, and a bunch of other stuff. Check them out. Let us know what other types of stuff you want to watch.
Potentially a new review video going up over there for the Netflix series Glow.
Yes, we have considered that. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Bye.